Move and a tuck in front. Over to DuPont, right circle, the shot, he scores! Fourth for the season for Landon DuPont.
Side, Hoylett has it poked away by DuPont. He starts up the rush. A stretch pass looking for Bear. He's in on a breakaway. Carter, Bear, score! Carter, Bear tucks it in! We're tied at 2. Jamieson at the near side point, crossing over for DuPont, stepping forward. DuPont's shot, kick save by Stebatak, trickling in, they score! The puck, and so Southern glides out with it. Southern trying to thread the needle, a pass in front for Southern, and that's broken up. A good pass out to the far wing, and Southern almost got it back. Here's DuPont with McKenzie. McKenzie, high slot, Raymond waits, cuts to his left, backdoor pass, they score! Along a blue line, bouncing in front of the penalty box area. DuPont finds Heslop, skating in left wing. Back to the slot, Mays, trying to cross it over and into the skates of Pankratz. DuPont near point gets it back. Quick passing for Mays, score! That's pretty. Julian Mays fielding the pass from the far
Here come the Silvertips out to center. Mays with a centering pass. It came right back to him as Christensen got a stick on it. Now here's DuPont. He scores! Landon DuPont, his first in the WHL, gives the Silvertips a 2-0 lead as he gets the feed in the slot.
Across. Raymond, a shot. Hits traffic in front. They score! Miettinen knocked it down, carried it with them off the knockdown.
Breaks it back out up the near side. He hooks it to the middle. Dropped across to the far side. It bounces back to DuPont for a drag shot. Scores! Landon DuPont finds it out of the seam, and just like that, he's got his second Western Hockey League goal, and we are tied at corner. Picked off by DuPont. He's looking at the empty net, and he scores! Landon DuPont from long range buries one to stretch the Silvertips lead to 4-1.
In front of the net, and nice, and it's 3-1. Now he's got to go straight to the bench. Miettinen on the side of the goal scores on a drive from DuPont and hits the end boards.
Darren Smith and Landon DuPont on the back end. Tips win the draw, rolling it around the roulette wheel over to Carter Bear at the far side boards. Back to DuPont at the point. DuPont pressured by Friesen, gets it over now to Bear, down low Miettinen, back for Bear, he scores! They scout their sequence in the Wild after scramble. Here's Liskey, skating forward, sends it wide. Didn't miss by much. DuPont holds the line. Crosses to Liskey. Nice play. Liskey is in. Dragging. Backdoor. They score. Kane Wilkie near circle. To the hash marks. Onto the stick of Bear. Works it to Smith. Feeds DuPont. Holding at the far circle. Threading the needle to Raymond. Gets a one-timer offense. Scores. For Darren Smith. Dominic Raymond over to DuPont right side. Finds Bear who shoots it deep. A wonky bounce, look out, score! Off the glass, out in front to the back of the net. Here's Heslop curling with it, to his right, DuPont stepping forward, down low, save, Ratzlaff, rebound, score! For Bear, touches it intended for DuPont, gives it back to Bear in the corner, with some space, to Jamieson at the point. DuPont, high slot, he waits and feeds the one-timer, score!
Back in is Landon DuPont. DuPont got away from one, cuts it to the middle. Back on the right side. Here's the pass to the middle, knocked away. Eric Jamieson in, rolls it in, they score.
Back goes the blue line, McKenzie. McKenzie now for Smith. Smith at the middle, wrist shot, blocker save, rebound. DuPont a shot, save, another chance. They score. Hurry. Ramon is in there, jammed away. Cameless for DuPont, right face up. Dot now he'll back pedal, he'll wait, he'll hold, he'll feed. Here's a shot, they score. Sharp angle shot, Ramon. Beating Pilon.
Of Ernst is won by Everett. Here's Smith at the blue line. To his left, DuPont. Down low to the corner. Quick passing. Bear shot. Score! DuPont who crosses to Jamieson. Times the entry. Nice job. Jamieson down low. Heslop. He scores. Whipped on. Loose near circle. Kept alive for Miettinen in the near corner. Runs up against a body in Corbet. Bear slinging it out to the floor in front. DuPont shot save. Rebound save. Stoser. Rebound blocked in the crease. It pops free at the circle. It's Smith crossing DuPont. Back for Raymond. They score. Tips and held at the point by Jamieson. Jamieson swaps spots with DuPont. Hands off the puck. DuPont squares to the net. His shot blocked by Graham. Loose near post. Picked up by McKenzie. Retreats to the left wing wall, spins away from Longley. McKenzie, a backhander, score! Lead finds Heslop up against Cumbie. Heslop in the far corner. Swaps spots with Bush. Behind the end line, moves it out to the point where DuPont spins it on net. They score! DuPont and Jamieson as Raymond starts ahead. Raymond hands it to Jamieson, holding near point. Over to his left, DuPont. Back to the blue line. Jamison a drive that's blocked in front. Rebound. They score. Merrick Schlenker. Silvertips win it over to the far side midboards where DuPont drops for Smith. Around behind the net for Raymond. Into the corner. Raymond to the slot. Heslop chops it towards the net. A save. A rebound. Loose in the blue paint. They score. Power play goal for Landon DuPont. We're tied at 1. McKenzie on his backhand. Curls to the high slot. Looking down low. Sliding in DuPont. Just off the toe of his stick. To the blue line McKenzie. A shot, stick save, rebound, Jamison! Along the wall, sliding fourth. Behind the net, Heslop. Closed out along the boards, bounce to Raymond. Sets it up for DuPont at the circles. DuPont crosses, Raymond, score! Down to the blue line, Jamison sets up DuPont, back to Jamison. Long shot, deflected and wide. Miettinen far corner, 25 seconds. Miettinen shoots and scores! Raymond pulling the trigger and he was denied. Loose puck, down low, in front, score! Landon DuPont buries a power play goal and the tips have tied it. For Sanch. DuPont, stretch pass, finding Wilkie, backhanded to the slot, Shea Bush, he scores! Minutes to go in the power play, hard puck out to the near point, Smith to his right temple. A long way from the net. Here's Smith with a long wrister. Tipped in a save by Ratzlaff. Spun towards the net. They score! Landon DuPont. Fought off Jamison with a pass towards the slot. They score! Landon DuPont, his second of the night. Smith at his own blue line. Drop for Raymond. Over to DuPont. Entering with speed. Finds McKenzie. Right side DuPont. Hard around the boards. Hits Bear left wing. Bear along the goal line. Backhander. He scores!
One by Everett. That one's cleared off the glass for a rebound, and they throw it right back in. Raymond on the spot. Out of the end boards, rolling here right side corner, and this one's flipped over to the near wall. Bear left, one-timer, scored. Hammered through the circle, Landon DuPont. 3 minutes to play, they trail by 2. Puck goes left side. Tip scored.
Sky high and wide is going to ring around the boards, not out. Raymond holds it in. Across. One-timer by DuPont. Blocked on a body out in front. Easy goal for Carter Bear.
And Catton feeds Crystal. Couldn't get it cleanly. Skated away by Raymond. He's got numbers and speed. Raymond left side working against McIsaac. Drops to McKenzie. Fakes the shot to DuPont. He scores! Oh, that's pretty Landon DuPont. Chance across into the offensive zone. Holds up at the breaks. DuPont back to Jamison at the blue line. Jamison right wing. Feeds Bear on the outside. Cutting to the slot. Right off. One into the near side corner. It is Ronald back. In the corner. Trying to clear. Held by DuPont. His shot. He scores! Tipped by Carter Bear. And the Silvertips have equalized.
Comes in. And now the stick comes away from Crampton. Another penalty being called. Bear with a shot, and he will score.
Left wing, McAdams carries to his backhand. McAdams looking towards the hash marks. Goodell couldn't square a shot. And Kaplan will speed the other way. Kaplan, Chasko, and Bush enter in. Kaplan cuts to his left. A shot. He scores!
28th goal of the campaign. Smith left point, right point DuPont. They scored the lip of the crease. Did McKenzie get it in, or did Bear get a piece? Or did it go clean through? It'll be Landon DuPont that'll do the flyby. After that practice, here's a chance. We'll get back to that here in a bit. Here's Hislop skates in, a shot, and a nice save by Pilon. Then they score! Anderson off the glass. Can he clear? No, he can't. DuPont kept it in off the half wall. Temple, middle, he'll score! Quick drive, glove hand side on Pilon.
Rebound far circle. Wilkie finds the blue line. It's DuPont. Tips in full control in the offensive zone. On the far wing, Wilkie back to DuPont. Long shot by DuPont, save. Rebound is loose, far post, scoop by Temple. Backdoor feed, they score!
Right wing, goes to Chance, gets it to DuPont to the midpoint. Smith walks the line, holds to DuPont right wing. He fires and scores! Landon DuPont on the power play. And Everett strikes back out of their own zone with the now is Zach Chance. Chance will chip it into the left wing circle. Zach Chance goes up top to Terrence Smith. Smith to the right point, DuPont goes cross ice. Heslop toward the goal, tip, scores! Carter Bear power play goal.
Miller's a Kresge, Buttazzoni, and Jugnov. Face-off is won by Everett. Picked up by DuPont. DuPont skies it down the ice. Skipping towards the net, he scores! Battle ensuing as Bush works it out to the point. Jamison Cutting to his left, finds Bush in the high slot. Hands to DuPont, cutting to his right. DuPont with a shot, gets a deflection, they score! Nolan Chasko spotting up between the hash marks.
Rebound up toward the line, Silvertips hold it in again. Here's Terrell Goldsmith, puck hopped over his stick. Shea Bush tries to center. Now a bad angle shot goes in. Another tough break for Tri-City as Shea Bush sneaks one in. His 9th goal of the year gives Everett a 3-2 lead.
Yeah, it kind of started at the side of the net. Right there.
Roost on with McKenzie, Raymond, Bear, and DuPont. Won by Roost. DuPont at the far point. Bear, 20 seconds left. Shoots, scores!
Smith holds it left blue line. DuPont right side. Down low, puck out front for Roost. And the puck knocked away, comes back to Smith to DuPont. Throws it over left circle. And Heslop wide open, shoots and scores. And it's 1-0 Everett. Along the wall, comes to DuPont at the blue line. DuPont comes in, fires a shot, and he scores. Just threw a wrister from the blue line. I don't know if Essler got screened, but it became...
DuPont rips it wide. Out to the far side wall, McKenzie with DuPont by his side, sends into the skates of DuPont to the blue line. Jamison flings it for DuPont. He tries it towards the net. Deflection, a save, rebound, score! Coots, Loveson, Cumbie, and Merchka, the 4 penalty killers on for Seattle. McKenzie chips it deep. Round behind the net it goes. Ratzlaff turned it over. Here's Heslop for DuPont. Tap to Smith. Ties it to the net. He scores! Ahead for Chance. Leads for Chasko. He's in with a shot that rolls off his blade. Chasko with a couple of good looks towards the net here. Far point DuPont crosses Jamison. Jamison shoots. He scores! Heavy hit far corner. Backhands it back to the point. Raymond cutting to his left. Feeds DuPont top of the circles. Wrister save. Rebound score! To his left, quickly up to Miettinen. He's got a 3-on-2 if he hurries. Miettinen slings it to DuPont, dancing down low for Heslop. He scores! Just at the near side circle of the Portland zone. Tied up and won by Miettinen to the near side point. Heslop finds a one-timer. Score! Oh, that's pretty! Landon DuPont! Raymond guides it back to DuPont. Crosses over to Smith. Stepping forward with traffic. Across the way, Raymond! Score!
Gets the low-high reset over to Terrence Smith. Smith moves it right wing. Pick back up. Good stick breakup. Puck to center. Circle Everett to the net. Pinballs off some skates. Portland finds it. They can't clear. Held by Smith. He'll stick handle. Now DuPont a shot. Scored. Landon DuPont.
Roost on the left wing. Slides it back to Smith. Now DuPont near circle. Doorstep McKenzie carries around behind the net. DuPont sharp angle. Look, he scores. Landon DuPont. Oh, that's pretty. And the Silvertips have tied it. Side corner. Temple back out to DuPont. Good play to keep it on side. DuPont, long shot tipped, they score! Julius Miettinen!
Puck goes on the right wing side as Everett tips it up for Jesse Heslop. A weird bounce in the corner, a centering puck scored! What a fortuitous bounce
24 seconds
for
to go in the
period. Puck swings around to the right side. DuPont has it. He'll roll in. He shoots. He scores. Landon DuPont scores from the top of the right circle, and DuPont with another goal in this series. It's a power play goal, and it keeps a 2-goal lead. Right side, DuPont to the net. Tipped off a Portland skate. Rebound. Scored. Austin Roost kept the skates moving. A Landon DuPont shot.
Face-off won by the Silvertips. Jamison to Raymond. Long shot off the body. Poked in. They score. Landon DuPont. The Silvertips